Good evening. One of the Chinese suspects apprehended for alleged espionage activities is said to be linked to the case of Chinese-Filipino businessman An Son-ke, according to the Philippine National Police. In a press briefing on Monday, May 5, PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Jean Fajardo reveals that authorities were able to track the ransom money paid by Ke to his abductors on electronic wallets of two casino junket operators. These operators are White Horse Club and Nine Dynasty Group. According to police, one of the accounts under these junket operators belonged to a Chinese identified as Lin Ning. Fajardo says Lin had previous transactions with Ni Kin-hue, who was arrested for alleged espionage. Ni and four others were arrested in February for reportedly utilizing international mobile subscriber identity catchers while frequenting military and police camps. Ke and his driver Armani Pabilio were last seen alive after leaving their office in Valenzuela City at around 2 p.m. on March 29. On April 10, the PNP confirmed that Ke and his driver were found dead in Rodriguez, Rizal. According to police, the two died on April 8 due to asphyxia due to manual strangulation. Authorities identified the alleged masterminds as David Tan Liao, Wen Li Gong alias Kelly Tan Lim, and another unnamed suspect. Authorities offered a 10 million peso reward for the arrest of Gong. Fajardo said Gong purportedly orchestrated the transfer of the ransom money from one e-wallet to another before the money was converted to cryptocurrency. Fake news and accounts allegedly trying to influence political discourse in the Philippines do not only originate from China, but also from Russia and other countries, according to Senator Francis Tolentino. As Senate panel on Maritime and Admiralty Zones Chair, Tolentino says he has records showing alleged fake news originating from countries apart from China.
Ang dami na pong na-condition and for the information of this committee, my records would show that it is not just China as the origin of fake news and accounts. Meron po akong records ngayon na may mga nanggagaling po ng Russia, may nanggagaling ng even other Asean countries na yung sources, hindi lang po China, but China is still predominantly the source of fake news.
Prior to this, Tolentino asked the Commission on Elections to help Congress craft a law to prevent trolls, especially during election season. According to the senator, this would help prevent the supposed mind conditioning of voters. Earlier, COMELEC Chairperson George Garcia expressed concern over cyber attacks that started in March, specifically to discredit the poll body and the integrity of the May 12 elections. According to Garcia, they noticed a spike in attacks directed against the COMELEC using Autobots and troll farms. He believed that these attacks are meant to control the narratives that the public can trust the COMELEC and the results of the elections. National Security Council Assistant Director General Jonathan Malaya, during a Senate hearing, said that indicators show China is interfering in the Philippines' midterm polls. For its part, China brushed off the allegations, saying that it has no interest in interfering with Philippine elections. Re-electionist Senator Bong Go maintains his top spot in the Pulse Asia pre-election survey with just a week before the national and local polls. Pulse Asia conducted a survey from April 20 to 24 among 2,400 adults. The survey's results show Go garnered a 62.2% voter preference, which is slightly higher than his 61.9% rating in the March survey. Go's rating is almost 20% higher than ACT-CIS Representative Erwin Tulfo, who earned 42.4%. Tulfo shares the second to fourth rankings with former Senate President Tito Soto and incumbent Senator Bato de la Rosa. At 5th to 8th places is Senator Bong Revilla, while former Senator Ping Lacson ranks 5th to 9th places. Ben Tulfo is at 5th to 10th places, while Senator Lito Lapid ranks 5th to 11th. Makati City Mayor Abby Binay is at 6th to 13th places, while Senator Pia Cayetano is at 7th to 13th places. Willie Revillame follows at 8th to 14th places. Sharing the 9th to 14th places are Las Piñas Representative Camille Villar and former Senator Manny Pacquiao. Closing the list of probable winners in the May 2025 polls is former Senator Bam Aquino at 11th to 18th places. Both the Manila International Airport Authority and the San Miguel Corporation are investigating why the bollards at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 1 did not stop a vehicle from ramming passengers lining up the facility. At a press conference on Monday, May 5, Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon says he noticed that the bollards were quickly removed from their positions after an SUV drove past them and into the queue of people outside Naia Terminal 1. The crash killed 2 individuals, including a 5-year-old child. Dizon also says he spoke with San Miguel Corporation Chairman and CEO Ramon Ang about the bollards after the incident. San Miguel Corporation now operates Naia. According to Dizon, the company will likely replace the bollards at Naia. Following the accident, several netizens pointed out that bollards should have been strong enough to stop cars from entering areas where people are lining up. Documents submitted by MIAA to the Commission on Audit in 2019 showed that the installation of the bollards were completed in 2019. The installation was during the Naia Rehabilitation Program for Terminals 1, 2, and 3, specifically on passenger safety, security, comfort, and welfare. Dizon vows to initiate several reforms within the Department of Transportation after recent vehicular accidents. A palace official slams Vice President Sara Duterte for supposedly refusing to elevate the level of her discourse on certain issues. At a press conference on Monday, May 5, Palace Press Officer Claire Castro was asked to comment on the Vice President's claim regarding the complaint filed against her brother, Davao City 1st District Representative Paulo Pulong Duterte. The Vice President said that the complaint was merely a political attack by the Marcos administration. But Castro says Duterte should level up her discussions.
As I have said during the last press briefing, that the Vice President should have at least leveled up in her discussions, in her responses in certain issues. But it seems that she never heard anything in regard to that, or she just refuses to listen. Hindi siya nag-level up. Mas parang bumaba pa.
Castro also questions why the administration was being dragged into the issue. She says Representative Duterte himself did not categorically deny the viral video. In a video making rounds on social media, a man said to be Representative Duterte can be seen attempting to strike another man with an object in his right hand. Representative Duterte's camp has remained silent over the complaint for grave threats and physical injuries filed against him. Vice President Duterte branded the complaint against her brother as a smear campaign by the current administration. She also alleged that the administration resorts to diversionary tactics whenever it is hounded by controversies. One example she cited was the alleged incident involving First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos being held by U.S. authorities. According to Vice President Duterte, the timing of this issue coincided with the arrest and detention of her father at the International Criminal Court in The Hague, Netherlands. Responding to this specific matter, Castro says it was the Vice President allegedly spreading fake news.
Sa kanya pala nang galing ang fake news. Siya pala ang source ng fake news na ito na pinapakalat laban sa unang ginang kay First Lady. Unang-una po, kailangan pa ba natin paniwalaan ang mga ganitong klaseng istorya na nanggagaling sa Vice Presidente? So, tanong natin, dapat pa bang paniwalaan ang mga sinasabi ni Vice Presidente? Kung sa kanya naman pala nanggagaling ang mga fake news at disinformation na ito.
And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.